I'm sitting here with Ben Parsons. We are in our Tomahawk office at RE/MAX, and we are just going to have a little conversation today about what it's like to be new to the real estate industry in general, and what were some of the fears and obstacles that it have to overcome to really be successful in this business. And we're going to start doing series with a lot of our agents similar to this, because we feel like there's huge potential in northern Wisconsin if you are a go-getter and hungry to get into this profession and be able to really make a good living for yourself in what we think is the most beautiful place in the world to live. So Ben, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in the business?
Well, I'm in my 5th year in the business now, and after a 20-year career in forestry, and getting in real estate was not really intentional in the beginning. I just wanted to expand my forestry services for the clients that I had by obtaining a real estate license. And when I saw the potential of the possibilities, I actually kind of quote unquote retired from forestry in 2020 and went full-time real estate.
That's fantastic. And how has the experience been? I'm from a financial perspective, because I think that's what most people are thinking about getting into the business are concerned about.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, there's the stability of the 9-to-5 scenario, and then those that have a salary say, okay, well, there's this stability, but I find myself working more than, 9 to 5 with no additional rewards. So the thing that I really like about it is I'm a real go-getter. I like to put in the hours. I go above and beyond, and this is a business that has shown rewards for the time that I put into it. So the more I'm willing to put into it, the better the rewards that I get out of it.
Awesome. So when you decided to do that, I know you didn't initially start with our company. You started with one of our competitors and eventually moved over to RE/MAX. What was, one of the reasons, I guess, why you decided to leave, and differences between the couple of different company styles or basic models of selling real estate in northern Wisconsin?
Well, initially, like I mentioned, it wasn't intended to be a full-time thing. So I thought somewhere where I can go part-time, low pressure, small family, one office type environment, I thought was going to be more comfortable, was going to be less pressure. But I learned that actually going with, when I was recruited to RE/MAX, there's the tools for success are around every corner. The opportunities are better. The commission splits are better. It just seems like all of my fears that I had, the reasons why I went with a small company, were completely dispelled when I took the jump. And being a part of this big RE/MAX organization has actually helped.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about those fears, because I think they're probably the fears that a lot of people have. I even know myself recruiting some of my new agents onto my team. It's always the going from the clicking of the time clock to the commission. And I think that's one fear. Sometimes people are afraid of fees. They assume that there's all these ginormous fees that are lingering out there. And not getting paid to sit in an office. When we break down some of those fears, what would you say were probably your top fears and the realization of how they shouldn't be a fear now a couple of years later?
Yeah, I think number one on the list was definitely the fees. Okay. So when you look at joining an organization and you see, oh, well, I'm going to be paying a couple $100 or a few $100 a month just to stay in business, that's intimidating if you don't have business already lined up. But what I quickly learned is that business comes to you simply because of the organization that we're a part of, because of the name. So it definitely comes. And then the benefits that we get as far as training, marketing, CRM materials, just so many business management tools that we get for free. Sure, you can go somewhere that doesn't have all those fees, but you're paying for that advertisement. You're paying for those tools. So it's kind of, you're paying now or you're paying later. And I've learned that paying now, being a part of the organization, not only do you get those tools as part of your package or part of your affiliation with the business, you actually get a lot more business simply because of the name that we're under.
Awesome. I feel as well like part of our business model at Property Pros has always been to give our agents the tools to not just say, here's a tool, figure it out, but to say, if you want to really run a business and be a business owner, entrepreneur, we want to be able to teach you everything that you need to take that business. And if you want to move to Florida for 6 months out of the year, to take it with you. And I think that that's one of the things that we believe strongly in, is that every agent that works with us at RE/MAX is an entrepreneur and a business owner on their own, just in business together with us under our umbrella.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the leadership of the organization is unparalleled by any other. And learning just by association, you know, the times that we're in the office together and, you know, I'm picking up things from you or from Judy or, you know, from folks even further up the chain, it just doesn't happen in any other atmosphere. So it's almost like everywhere you turn is another step or staircase to success.
Awesome. I love to hear that. So culture of RE/MAX Property Pros. How would you describe the environment of RE/MAX Property Pros?
Extremely positive.
Awesome.
Almost annoyingly positive. But not,
gosh, that was probably, no. I know where that was directed.
There's always someone singing or everyone's happy. Good. You know, people are glad when they come into the office and it's not a drag. It's not depressing at all. It's all positive.
Awesome. Well, I love it. I know that you've so bought into real estate as a profession that your beautiful bride, who's holding the camera right now, just took the leap and joined you, which again, you know, leveraging your resources and tools, because when you get to your business to a certain level, you need help. And having your partner in crime and your partner in life being able to help you is awesome. Yeah. Is there anything that you feel that we didn't expand on? I guess if you were talking to somebody right now that was always thought about getting into the business of real estate, but was afraid to take the leap because they were afraid of being a commission salesperson, what would be maybe 1 or 2 bits of advice you would tell them as to why they should at least pick up the phone and give us a call about starting a career in real estate?
It's definitely something we're talking about because different firms operate differently. And what we have here, the atmosphere that we have here is a good mix of the system is set up for success, but it's also set up for independence. I set my own hours. I put in however many hours I want. I do reap the rewards from those hours, but it's all mine. All of my business is all of my business. I'm not being fed business from someone else that I'm going to have to pay a referral to within my own office every transaction. And so it's kind of like you get enough rope to hang yourself, but if you're willing to put in the work, that means the rewards are better also. Awesome. I market myself. I don't have to market anyone else. I want to shout from the rooftops that I'm a member of this RE/MAX team, but I'm also been the man for land. So I'm able to secure more business for myself and my assistant / wife, which ultimately leads to greater rewards. Awesome. Better self-confidence. You know, I'm more confident in myself as a business owner. I'm independent. It's mine. It's yours completely. Awesome. Well, thank you, Ben. So if we have somebody who's watching this that is maybe even looking for land, or we have somebody who's watching this and learning a little bit about what you've been, why don't you tell people how to get a hold of you? Best way to get a hold of me is a text or call to my cell number, which is 715-550-5683, or you can always shoot an email to benthemanforland@gmail.com. And if you are somebody out there who's watching this and interested in learning more about real estate and you're looking for also a resource to talk to, you can always call myself or Judy Barr, or I bet you could also call Ben and he would be happy to talk to you. All right, have a great day.